If I've learned anything in my 25-year business career, it's the value of a mentor. A mentor can help you shorten the learning curve. A mentor can help you to avoid problems. A mentor can even be a sounding board to help you plan strategy. But here's the big question. How do you choose a mentor? Well, I'm going to tell you how to choose a mentor in this episode of Over 50 TV, and that is coming up next. Hi, welcome back to Over 50 TV, where we provide business and career advice to people over 50. And in this episode of Over 50 TV, we're going to talk about how to choose a mentor. And one of the things that's always amazing to me is when I do talk to a business person who has a mentor, I'll ask them, how did you choose this person? What qualifies them to be your mentor? And what gets me, what blows me away sometimes is when I'm talking to somebody and they say, well, you know what, they've got this great personality, they've got an online presence, a lot of people follow them. And I say, well, what have they done? What's their experience? How do they qualify to be a mentor? What's good for you? What turns you on about them? What makes you want to be or want them to be your mentor? And it's sometimes what I hear is again, that the personality is great, but they haven't done anything. Because I'll say, well, tell me about the business they built. Tell me about the businesses they built. Tell me about how successful they've been or what have they failed at. But I want to know, tell me what they've done. And too often I hear people will say, well, you know what, Lou, they're really good at theory. They've read a lot of books, they've watched videos, they really have a good grasp of business, of the overall concept. Well, that's great. They've got a good grasp of the overall concept. Then I might even push a little bit more. What else qualifies them? Well, they've actually learned, Lou. They worked for a big company and they were the controller at the big company, or maybe they were the head of marketing at the big company. And I'm like, wow, that's great. That's great. I'm glad to hear this. Okay, so they're good at theory, and they've actually been at a company and they've watched it grow. What else have they done? Well, that's what they've done, Lou. That's what they've done. That's what qualifies them to me to be a mentor, and that's what I've heard from people. But those two qualities alone aren't, to me, a good reason to choose a mentor. What I look for is those qualities, again, they're good qualities. But I'm looking for someone who's been in the trenches, somebody who's done a startup, somebody who's actually built a business, somebody who has the experience doing it. Anybody can read a book or watch a video. Many people do work at companies and they learn a lot of valuable of information. They learn processes. They learn how that company's grown. But I want somebody who's actually gone through the fire. Someone who's suffered the pressure. Somebody who's had to overcome obstacles. And obstacles, but when I say that they've overcome obstacles, I mean somebody who's actually had, maybe they had some financial pressure, but they were able to overcome it and still build that business. So to me, when I'm looking for a mentor, I'm looking for someone who's done it, someone who's built that business. And I'll give you a great analogy here. You've got Coach Saban with the Alabama football program. Now, this is a guy who's built a successful program year in and year out. He's done it. But he's done it with the help of coaches. People who I would say they've got information, they've got expertise, but they've learned from him and they're learning from him. Would I hire his coach to run my team? Would I hire someone who's got, who's worked for a company but doesn't have the real hands-on experience? Would I hire them to be my mentor? Probably not. Would I value them? Absolutely, I would value them. But you know what? Coach Saban, he's got the team, he's got the people around him to help him to build his program. But Coach Saban, that's the kind of person that I would love to hire to help me, to guide me, to help me to build my business. Somebody who's actually done it and done it on a regular basis, day in and day out, year after year. So when you're choosing a mentor, yeah, you can choose somebody who's good at theory, the college professor, or maybe a teacher who's really good and studied business and understands it and has a good grasp of business. That, yes, I love that. You can also choose somebody who is, like I just said, somebody who's, worked at a big company. But, for me, if I can get those two qualities and add to that quality, the most important quality is somebody who's built a business, that to me is a great mentor. That to me is the person that I want to learn from, the person I want to bounce ideas off of, the person that I want to go to if I've got a problem or I've got an issue. If I've got a business proposition that's before me, I want to go to somebody who's actually been in those trenches, somebody who's actually done it. I have heard people say, well, there's no one person that you can go to. You should have multiple mentors. And I don't disagree with having multiple members, or mentors rather, but having that one person who knows your business on a daily basis, that to me is very, very valuable. So yeah, I can have a mentor who can help me with a financial problem, or I can have a mentor who can help me with a legal problem, or even a mentor who can help me with, with some marketing issues or marketing strategy. So somebody who's an expert at all those areas, but I still want a mentor who's built a business or built a company and somebody who's been successful. So my recommendation to you is, if you're looking for a mentor, if you want to choose a mentor, choose somebody who has the number one quality to me, which is somebody who's actually been in the trenches and done it. If they've got the expertise, if they've learned at a big company, they've learned processes, that's great. If they've also studied and learned through books and videos, that's also great too. That's icing on the cake to me. But find yourself somebody who's actually done it, who's built a business, somebody who knows what they're doing. And when you're sitting across from them, it's so easy to feel comfortable, confident, to feed off their energy and know that you're working with a teammate, somebody who can help you grow your business and help you take it to the next level and the level after that. So that's my recommendation. How to choose a mentor? Choose someone who's done it, someone who's been in the fires, someone who's been in the trenches, someone who knows what they're doing. This is Lou Reyes with Over 50 TV, where we provide business and career advice to people over 50.